Easy. You just put the line right in the middle here, and you cut it. So I put it right there, and I think about right there it's good, and I just cut it. The line, it's always good to have longer. If you cut short, then it's hard to pull because all this already tight right here. So I just leave it long like this. So I put it in like that. All the end I put it like this. So now you can see a little bit wrinkle up, but it's okay. I think it's best to have a little bit longer than have short, just in case in the future you decide to do something else with this right here. So now you just eyeball it right here, and you put a screw here. So you just put a mark here, you know, where you drill the hole, and just put a tap on the. So that will put a mark on it. Tap on both sides. And now you should have two holes. Where you. When you drill to the wall, you have to be careful. You know the electrical on this lab it run outside. You know where that.
Yes, but if it's inside, then it's a problem.
Yeah, and then you know there's no plumbing in this line, but on other side you might never know. So when I drill it, I don't want to push all the way in because this just dry wall. It's pretty soft. You just put lightly the pressure like that, and that's fine enough.
That's big enough.
Yeah, you don't want to push all the way in and then go to all. It's not go to all the side of the wall, but something in between you may hit it. Just go slowly. This my eyeball right down here. So to use this one, and this screw, I have to use the long screw like this one right here, because the T is pretty. Where the T? This T right here, if you want to reach it, you have to get a long screw. So I use the odd screw from all the mount. This whole new big here. So the warm out to use this, you never want to do this and do this. If you do this, it's wrong. You have to stack a little bit like this.
Okay.
And you go in like that. That's enough. And then you turn this out. If you do this, you might ruin the mount. And that's finally good enough right there. Just get tight. I mean, run out of screw, but I try to find a long one. Maybe this one right here. So you measure that, they have that much. So I don't have a right screw and you know the mount. So I just use differently. As long as mount is okay, you should be okay. You don't have to be. So that's how it mounts. It's pretty tight. Now you do the same thing with the regulator. Now the regulator do have the in and out gas line coming in. Let's see. This is in right here.
Yes.
The arrow. So you have to mount this way because this is where the nitrogen coming in. You have to mount it like this right here.
Right.
And when you mount it, another thing is like you want to do something as I'm doing here. You put a yellow, which is good right here. you already have the zero right here.
Mm.
You don't want to put it upside down where it's hard to read.
Yes.
Make it nice so people
Yes.
can read it.
Right.
You don't want to mount it like this and people, read up. So anyway, when you mount it, you don't want to mount like this. You want to mount it long enough. You want to have a shut-off valve right here.
Yep.
The reason for this shut-off valve is because you can run multiple tools at the same time, and you want it there leak right here. You can valve off right here. But also, tools are run different pressure.
Mm.
Even CDA or nitrogen, they require a different pressure. That's why you want to have a regulator here.
Yep.
The way plumbing right now, they use the bottle at the regulator, and only can run only one tool.
Yes.
But if you run like this, you can run multiple
tools with a different pressure.
Right. And this is very cheap, and then I don't know why they did not do this in the first place. This line okay for CDA. It's just designed for for compressor line. This line also designed for compressor CDA, but in the future for nitrogen, we just run industrial nitrogen, which is 98%, 98.9% purity. That's good enough for purging the master liner. And I think it's good enough for venting too, because when you vent up, when you open up the chamber, it exposed to atmosphere. And the cleanness of this clean room is it's not 98%, So you know what I mean?
I understand.
Yeah. So you have to figure out a way to run it like save money at the same time it will be standard operation. You don't want to run something that iffy and your experiment come out and say you have question with this and that and you cannot logic it. Sort of valve. You want to use something light, and then you want to the metal one it kind of hang out. It's heavy because this is plastic. If you run this a hot plumb, you can do that one, but this is good enough.
Yep.
And this is really cheap. So now I mounted, like I say, I don't want to mount it right close because I need a sub-up valve. So you can do like this right here and do an estimate of your sub-up valve. So all this line right here, another thing, we don't know how clean this is when the manufacturer. When we're done, before we plumb in the tool, we blow it out.
Yes.
Yeah, just make sure everything is clean.
Yep.
So I put this right here. So that's pretty tight. That's the right fit, 1/4. And I don't want to do this right here. I want to do somewhere right here. You can eyeball it. And my regulator will be down here.
Right.
So this one, I think I want to mount a bit higher because I don't want people look all the way down.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Yes.
Yeah, to see. But I don't want to mount here. I want to do something right here. Put that right there. That's why I want to do it. Put my sub-up valve in, and this you can put it either way.
Yep.
I'm ideally I'm left-handed, but I always want to put the right hand because most people are right-hand. Right there, and now you just eyeball it, and that will go into your regulator like that. So that's still high enough people can see it.
Right.
You don't want to put it down here.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's where I want to put it. That's where my regulator in. So that's where my regulator go in. Put it the wrong way. And now that's where I want to put my. So that's air coming in.
Yep.
It's important to put like that. So you just eyeball it, just make sure it's vertical right in the middle right here. I know that's one of mine. And at the bottom, oops, sorry. Right there. So I know that 2 point right there. So Again, I can reel this off. This mount is not like this mount. This mount require a long screw that I get off. This mount just flat mount.
Yes.
I still have plenty of that, so I could use that. And again, you want to do this when you punch it in. And I try to make a makeshift all this right here because the screw right here going like this right here. Sometimes it going to doesn't have that, so I need to have a washer at the end. So I have all this washer right here from all of that. So take two of them. We do it now. So all this one, you just firmly tie it in. You don't want to tie too much. Now you can see it's solid.
Yep.
I can tie more, but this one I haven't tied yet. So we can tie this one with the plier I have out there later on. So this is pretty solid now. It's just this one right here. Tight. Okay.
Yep.
So with the regulator, you pull this out when you make adjustment. And when you want to lock it, you push this one and go lock.
Okay.
So you pull this one out right now. I just go ahead and it's already completely closed. So this is completely closed right here. And this is when you come in this way, this will coming in. So I just turn all the way out. So my regulator closed right now. Closed right here, closed right here. So now I can run the line here. What I do is I plug it in here and I measure it